Oh man, what is there really to even say? You may be wondering, Crazy Dog, who is the guy that is in the top left corner of your screen? Oh, you mean this jabroni right here? That's Paul Dolan. He is the current owner of our beloved sports team, the Cleveland Guardians, right? The team that is coming off an ALCS appearance, and we all saw what the Guardians technically didn't do this offseason. They try to make moves, the classic, you know, maneuver around the margins, don't make any, good moves to add to the team. They traded away Andres, they traded away Naylor. We were like, okay, we get it. Naylor's an impending free agent. They weren't going to pay him. Okay, that's cool. You know, get something for him. Andres wasn't playing well enough to justify the money we gave him. I, not going to hate that. It sucks because the clubhouse loved those two. They were like glue guys. And we barely got anything for him. And then, of course, the guy we essentially traded Andres for, well, not the guy exactly, but then the guy we traded Andres for, we then turned around and traded for Luis Ortiz, who is apparently a degenerate gambler, just like Emmanuel Clase. Yeah. Now, a lot of Guardians fans are, throwing blame everywhere for why this team sucks ass this year. You know, but there's one event. Let me see if I can find it here. There was one specific event that realistically you can look back at and think that is why the Guardians are so bad this year. And to be fair, it really has nothing to do with the team itself. Let me take you back to December 9th, 2024. All right? You'd be like, well, what does that have to do? Oh, I'm getting to it. Okay? December 9th, 2024. Now, for any non-Guardians fans, you guys are probably thinking, what's so special about that date? Again, I'll get to it. But this was a date that a lot of Guardians fans were looking forward to. Well, at least not the date itself, but there was an event coming up. Guardians Fest. When fans can go and meet players, and get autographs, take pictures and see like Slider and all them, it's always a fun time. Well, on December 9th, 2024, if you had a Twitter account, you saw this right here. And this is what it says, and I quote: Cleveland Guardians today announced Guards Fest will move to a tri-annual event, with the next targeted fan fest occurring following the 2026 season. After conducting fan outreach from the past several events, shifting to every 3 years allows us to ensure the best experience and event for all fans. As you'd imagine, Guardians fans weren't so pleased. Guardians fans are like, fan outreach? Who'd you even ask? Did you ask some random casuals out in the middle of whatever state you're in? Did you just randomly go to some random people? Because, yeah, judging by the reaction to this, Guardians fans are pissed. Or they were pissed. Honestly, it was the essential the cancellation of Guards Fest. I guess it's more of a rescheduling, but yeah, this is what started our downfall. That's a theory. Because ever since this happened, it's been nothing but garbage from this team. Right? Let me actually see when the Andres trade happened. I'm pretty sure. Well, I know I have videos on it. I just don't really want to look. Oh, yeah. December 10th. Oh my god. I just freaking clicked. It just clicked in my head, bro. These bozos announced they canceled Guards Fest, and the very next day they traded Andres. They ain't slick. They ain't slick at all. Oh my god, dude. They ain't slick. They ain't slick. You just don't figure that out? Well, I figured there's something along there, but damn. And then what? 2 weeks later, they traded Josh Naylor to the D-backs. Like I said, that was the beginning of our downfall. The, I guess, rescheduling of Guards Fest. This team, in my opinion, will always be an unserious organization. And you look at the rest of the teams in Cleveland, you look at the Browns, right? The thing about them is, at least they try to win. They fail, but they try. The Cavs, they're always trying to win. That's what Dan Gilbert does. He's a tryhard. Wish we had that as our freaking owner and with the Guardians. Dan Gilbert, as long as he's breathing, as long as he's got blood flowing through his veins, he's gonna try to win. As long as this team is showing the semblance of being a competitive team, he doesn't care about money. You know damn well if there wasn't that stupid freaking thing that they got now, the structure to keep teams from splurging on money, he would have gone crazy. Because that's the way he is, you know? But no, it's nope. CJ McCollum had to, add that stupid garbage in it into the system, and here we are. Yep. What's up, Karam? Yeah, GG's, buddy. To be honest, I didn't even watch the last two games. Was it even competitive? What's up, Fred? Cavs always try. And like I said, the Browns, they try, but they fail. But they're trying. The Guardians don't even try at all. They half-ass it. Well, we tried. They're like that person that you give them a task, right? You give them like a project to put together, right? A chair or something. They'll look at it, scratch their head, they'll half-ass try to like put a screw in and be like, oh, I tried, I can't do it. I tried, and then they'll throw a fit. I tried, I'm done, I'm out of here. I can't do it. And everyone else just looks at them like, you good, dude? That's the Guardians. That's the Guardians. You know? And then the fans get mad. Like, hey, man, what the heck? Man, add to this team, dude. We're competitive. We're coming out of the ALCS. They'd be like, fine, you want moves? Here's Jacob Junis, a Slade Saccone, and garbage. Here's more garbage. There, happy now. That's what they do. They made like 0 serious moves this year. They try to duplicate the Matt Boyd magic with John Means. He's looking good in his rehab starts, but he's going to be playing for nothing this year. I think we still have him for next year, too, so that's good. And, I mean, I've said this before, but I swear on everything. My teams always do good when they're playing on their own. But then when another one of my teams starts up, all the good aura and the good vibes shift from the team that's in season to the team that's starting out. Now, of course, the Browns, they have this ginormous Jupiter freaking storm sized dark cloud looming over their head. So I don't know if any amount of good aura is going to be good for them. It's so funny because Browns fans want the Browns to lose, so watch them win. Man, I just don't even want to talk about this Rangers series. I don't know. But yeah, guys, what's going on? 4 minutes in and I didn't even do my intro. Just had to get that out. But yeah, Crazy Dog back with another Cleveland Guardians series recap. Ugh. Series preview. Ugh. I'm going to try to recap the series against the Rangers, and then I'll preview the Rays series. But to be honest, I don't even want to do that. Ay, 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 man. 2016, yeah. All I see right here ranting but the Guardians. I'm just venting, pretty much. It's not even a rant. I'm just venting. This team pisses me off. Like, if you're the Dolans, right? You're a billionaire. You're in a league with no salary cap. Now, show some like attempt at spending. Saying you have to be the Dodgers. Maybe make like one decently sized signing every once in a while, something to get the fan base excited. Like, hey man, we signed I don't even know. Like, imagine if the Guardians just came out of nowhere next year and signed Kyle Schwarber. Oh, that would get us juiced the up. And of course, you know how we are with free agents. Why they're not going to sign any free agents, right? Because they're scared. Because they can't develop free agents. Free agents come here and they never do well. Especially free agent hitters. We do fine with pitchers, but not hitters. Which tells you a lot about this past offseason. The reason why they spent a lot of money on Paul Sewald. They brought back Shane Bieber, who didn't even pitch for us. They're trying the Matthew Boyd thing again with John Means. Oh, yeah, you can spend money there, but you can't get us a good solid bat to replace the guys you traded away. Good going, Dolan. Feel bad for Antonetti. I made the comparison with Antonetti, like, poor Chris and Matt and Chernoff, Mike Chernoff. They're like those kids that go to the mall and their parents give them like $20, knowing damn well everything at the mall costs way over that. You see kids, you go to the mall, and yes, there are still malls around, by the way. You go to the mall, you see these kids walking around with all these bags. That's the Yankees, the Dodgers, and all these other big market teams, right? Guardians are that kid that goes to the mall and gets like a hat from somewhere. Or like one shirt or a couple shirts. Maybe something else. Maybe some shoes. Ooh. That's us. I don't know, man. I'm done with this team. I am. I wish David Blitzer could pull a hostile takeover or a baseball coup and take over the team. Just kick Dolan's out. Just say I'm taking over. I'm done. You know, or at least walk in the his office and say, "You want to spend? I'll spend money. You focus on the team. I'll spend money. I don't give a damn. I actually own other sports franchises. I know how to spend. The New Jersey Devils, the Sixers. He's part owners in those teams. They spend a little bit of money. David Blitzer doesn't seem like one that would just be afraid to spend. Again, I'm not asking to be the Dodgers. Just spend some decent money on a good free agent or two to get us excited. Okay? I don't want to be like the Yankees, throwing money at everybody because, like, well, I mean, at least we have good development in our farm. You don't want to completely waste all that. Combine it. Bring up your studs from the farm, right? But also in places where you don't really have good production in the farm, you go to free agency and you sign a good player or two. And booyah, look at that. What do you know? Good lineup. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I can't own this Guardians team. Hell no. You should see me playing MLB The Show. I'd be trying to sign everybody. I'd be throwing money around. Have me be a billionaire owning a sports team in the MLB. I'd be throwing money around. I wouldn't even care. But sir, you're going into debt. Don't give a damn. Is there a ring on my finger for the World Series? No. And until there is, I'm spending money. Damn it. That'd be the way I am. I'm not going to be like Mr. Illich, from the Tigers before he passed away, throwing money at all these bums. I'd be picking and choosing a couple big good players to throw a lot of money at. I wouldn't throw money at everybody. I would do quantity over quality. Maybe one or two really good players over 12 bum players. I don't know. I'd do like one really good signing to get the fan base juiced up, right? Gonna really go with the rest of the core. Maybe sign some guys to like middle tier and even some minor league contracts just to fill in the margins. You know, remind the people that we are still the Guardians and that's what we do. I'll never forget making that World Series run and the Guardians, the front office's present to us was Edwin Encarnacion. And yeah, I know Edwin wasn't big time, but he's good. It was fun. It's like, wow, we signed somebody big. That was the highest contract, the most money we had spent on a free agent, I think, ever, at the time. 60 million for like, was it 3 or 4 years? 20 million a year? The Dolans did that. And I'm really curious. Did Paul break out into hives when he signed that check to send to Edwin? Did he like break out in hives and a rash? Did he damn near pass out or something? Because I feel like that's something that he would do. Right? Did he like almost break out in the hives and did he start sweating? MLB should have brought a salary cap. Not really a cap, but a floor. 7 decades in the trash can. Well, not really a trash can, but purgatory. This team's been mid. Call them the Cleveland Midians. Mid again, whatever. I don't know, but they're still mid. They're mid. They're not horrible, but they're not great. They're mid. They will always be mid. That's the way they want to be. They want to be mid. They're always going to be that close. And if you notice, this team never truly goes for it. They want to be they want to be in the running. They want to be a competitor, but they don't want to be a front runner. They don't want to grab the bull by the balls and just go for it. No, no, they're doing enough to compete. Be in the conversation, but they ain't gonna be no front runner. The last time they truly went for it, 2016. That kind of scares me because Jose is not getting any younger, and based off their actions, I don't know if they're gonna really, go balls to the wall to get him a World Series. I don't think so. Sad. That is truly sad. That's the reality. So, enough babbling on. Let's get on with the series recap. The only game I'm really going to talk about is the first one, because that's the only game that the Guardians were actually in it. Because believe it or not, the Guardians actually led in this game. Yeah. They were up 1-0 for a good while, actually. Top second, CJ Kafis got him on the board. 1-0, top second. The Rangers would then score 2 unanswered, or the Rowdy Tellez homer. Bottom 5. Bottom 6, Wyatt Langford would homer, making it 2-1. J-Ram, once again, second game in a row, would get the Guardians ahead with a 2-run double. And then, again, Cade Smith blows the lead again. Bottom 9, Corey Seager, RBI single. And then Jack Peterson walks it off. Didn't even get it out. It was 3 straight hits. It was boom, boom, boom. Quick as anything. Quick and painless. Worst part was, Ciccone wasn't even horrible. Wasn't great, but he wasn't bad. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks. No walks, actually. 3 Ks and 2 homers. 4.41 ERA. Evaldi was classic Evaldi. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 9 Ks. 1.73 ERA. Garcia got the win. He's 2-7 with a 3.47 ERA. Smith took the loss. He's 5-5, 3.14 ERA. And at this point, that was it. The Guardians would not score another run the next 2 games. Logan Allen got shut down today or yesterday, and Gavin Williams got shut out today. The worst part is, Logan Allen looked like ass. Crash. Gavin was actually decent. Again, I didn't really watch these games because I don't give a crap. I was like, yeah, I'm not wasting my time. Not wasting my time. Jack Leiter versus Logan Allen. Yeah, this game was over by the second quarter. By the second quarter. Second inning. Yeah, the Tigers put on a barrage of runs from the second until the 6th. Yeah. Cody Freeman got it started, 2-run homer. In the bottom second, Kyle Higashioka, RBI force out. 2-run homer from Josh Jung, that same inning, bottom third. And then Duran, 2-run double, bottom 4. Adolis Garcia, 2-run homer in the bottom 5. Duran again, ground out, RBI, bottom 6, ended the scoring, 10-0. And 9 of those runs went to Logan Allen. 5 innings, 8 hits, 9 runs, 3 walks, 2 Ks, 3 homers, 4.35 ERA. Colby Allard came in for 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 3.13 ERA. Meanwhile, Jack Leiter was lighting it up. 7 innings, 2 hits, 10 Ks, 3.81 ERA. Call that a dang masterclass. Leiter's 8-7, 3.81 ERA. Logan Allen 7-10, 4.35 ERA. Final game of the series, Gavin Williams on the mound. He I mean, he didn't look great, actually, now that I think about it, but he didn't allow a lot of runs. 3 1/3 innings, though. His pitch count was way up there. 3 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks. Oh, 4 walks, 3 Ks, and a homer, 3.36 ERA. Merrill Kelly, former Diamondback. 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, 8 Ks, 3.20 ERA. Ronald Tellez, 2-run homer, bottom 4. Langford RBI single, or 2-run single. So bottom 4. And then a Jock Peterson homer in the bottom 7, put it away. Yeah. Merrill Kelly's 10-7, 3.20 ERA. Gavin's 8-5, 3.36 ERA. There's it. That was the quickest recap I think I've ever done. Now the Guardians return home to face the Tampa Bay Rays. Tomorrow it will be Tanner Bybee against Seymour. Tanner Bybee versus the Rays. Of course, remember the Rays are playing at the Yankees training facility this year. But yeah, Seymour's 1-0 with a 3.86 ERA, 26 Ks, 9-9 ERA, 99 record for Bybee, 4.62 ERA, 129 strikeouts. We have never faced Seymour and Bybee. Well, he's only had an RBI against Diaz. Diaz has an RBI against him. That's it. Tanner is 1-1 against the Rays career-wise. 3.46 ERA, 14 Ks in 2 appearances. Took a loss last year. 6 innings, 9 Ks, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 homers. And as far as Seymour and Bybee, well, Tanner obviously not great in his last start against the D-backs. But, I mean, he didn't look as bad as he used to. Coming off no decision, 5 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 5 Ks. That was the game we blew against Erod. Ian Seymour's coming off a no decision against the Yankees. 3 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. He made his debut a few months ago. He was the Rays' second-round pick in 2020. So that's that. And then we get to game 2, which we'll see Parker Messick make his first start in Cleveland, coming off a masterclass against the Diamondbacks. He didn't. Facing off against Shane Baz. And I know we faced him before. Shane Baz versus the Guardians. But yeah, Baz. Let's see what we got here. So, we've never faced him? Wow, I'm actually shocked. He's 8-10, 5.22 ERA, 143 Ks. Parker Messick, again, looked a little rough in his debut, but man, he locked in and he was solid. 1.35 ERA, 6 Ks, no decision. Yeah, so we've never faced Bass, so no decision. Yeah, so we've never faced Bass. So again, 2 pitchers who have never faced these guys. This will be fun. I expect the first few innings to be a feeling out process. And then we head to Wednesday. Yep, we go to Wednesday. The hell is that guy doing? Smacking himself in the... Oh, that's Phillips. I think he always does that. Smacks himself in the face to hype himself up. Damn. Damn. And then it'll be Drew Rasmussen against Slade Ciccone. But Baz, coming off a loss to the Yankees, 3 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, two walks, 3 Ks. Tanner, we already know about him. I'm not Tanner, Parker. Parker Messick. Well, I'm not even going to go over that, but yeah, we saw what he did. He was fantastic. But for anyone who didn't really watch, 6 innings, or 6 and 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 6 Ks against the Arizona Diamondbacks. And then we get Drew Rasmussen, 10-5, 2.62 ERA, 108 Ks against Slade Ciccone, who's 5-6, 4.41 ERA, 79 strikeouts. Against Rasmussen, J-Ram has an RBI, and that's actually it. How many times have we faced him? Yeah, Rasmussen's 10-5, 2.62 ERA, 108 Ks. Ciccone 5-6, 4.41 ERA, 79 Ks. Yeah, let's see how he's done against us. I feel like we've only faced him like once or twice. We faced him 4 times, but he's never got a decision. But we have roughed him up a bit, mainly from 1 outing back in 2021. Yeah, we kicked his ass that game. Damn. He's got an ERA of 6.75, 7 Ks in 4 appearances. His last one came in September last year. First time we faced him in a couple years. 2 innings, 1 hit. And he got the start, too. He's only started 2 games against us. That's crazy. Okay. All right. Did we win that game or no? We did. We won 6-1. Hey, yo. Series single, and then Rocchio double, Naylor single, Fry sack fly, Caminero double. And then Lane and J-Ram homered in the bottom 8. Okay. All right. Against Alexander, or against Alexander. Things. Tyler Alexander got 5. In fact, he was the one that gave up all the runs mostly. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Rasmussen. What about Slade Ciccone? Because according to this, they've never faced him. Yeah. So really, they've only faced Tanner. That'll be interesting. But yeah, Rasmussen is. Let's see what he's coming off of. And then of course Ciccone. Yeah. Okay, so I don't need anything like that anymore. Okay. Very easy preview this time around. And have the Guardians even won way back in 1948? Heck, the last time the Guardians won the World Series, or the Indians at that point, I mean, the Korean War hadn't even happened yet. Making a parlay. Oh my God, raising his ding parlays. Rangers -1.5, Tigers -1.5. Yeah, Valdi is like a gamer, man. That's a pitcher I've wanted, but I don't think he'd ever come here. But yeah, Slade against the Rangers on the 22nd. No decision, 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 3 Ks. Arguably, that was his best outing in a while. That was actually his best outing in a while, too. Rasmussen's coming off a no decision against the Yankees. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 6 Ks. So, should be a fun series. As far as me streaming these games, I'm probably going to stream tomorrow, right? The game's on FS1, so I'll probably stream it because I'm a sadistic psychopath. But I'm not going to be expecting it. I'm not expecting a thing. You know? I'm expecting nothing from this team tomorrow. I'm just going to stream it and we'll see what happens. Okay? All right. But yeah, guys, with that being said, I'm going to head out of here. Let me see here. It says 6:40. Let me make sure it's actually going to be on TV because I'm not going to waste my time if it's not. All right. There it is. Okay. 6:30 Rays Guardians. All right. So yeah, with that sweep against the Rangers, the Guardians are now 1 game under 500 again. Just when it looked like we had something going, poof, it's gone. Unbelievable. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this one. And I'll see you all tomorrow for Rays Guardians. Okay? And we'll see what happens. Of course, tomorrow, too, is cut down day for the NFL. I'll have a video out talking about all the cuts. I know the Guardians, damn it. The Browns made like 21 cuts today. They they got rid of 4 vets and then they waived 17 players today. And I'll go over those guys tomorrow, all at once, because they still gotta like get rid of, I think, what is it, like 16 or some more players. Still got some, and not to mention, are they gonna make any trades? Have to wait and see. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up, guys, and see you guys tomorrow. Okay, all right. With that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Guards. I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Bye bye. Bye bye. Weak ass team.